One of the things that we wanted to do was to bring like-minded group people together, and they don't necessarily have to be members of the ARE or even very familiar with the Edgar Cayce material, but they're into the spiritual, the metaphysical, arena. And then we have been very successful in doing that. Just in the past few months, we have what they call Conscious Living Experience Group, 30 or 40 people.
Consciously Curious.
Consciously Curious, that's right.
It's a hard one to remember.
Yeah. They begin to meet here on Thursdays during the daytime, 30 or 40 people assembling. We have our tenants, our Reiki master, a counselor. It's people that are very compatible with the Cayce material, and they've ended up joining the ARE as time has gone on. And they're bringing in people that normally may not have any action with ARE or the Edgar Cayce organization whatsoever, and are being introduced to it. So in the past 6 months, we've seen a tremendous surge in those types of activities. And we are, it just is a way of renewing your enthusiasm when we see those things going on.
We realized from the beginning that with all this office, all this square footage that we had to lease out some of it to compatible operations, either individuals or corporations, or nonprofits or whatever. And it was a necessity at first because we needed the income. But we realized that as we chose the right, and we had some mistakes for sure, but as we got the right tenants in here, they really did add to what we were doing, and we helped them and they helped others. It was very much a synergistic effect. And with this group that Edward just mentioned, the Consciously Curious, these are young people. These are people in their 20s and 30s, and they're young professionals who have a metaphysical attitude or philosophy. And so they meet together to support each other, and they have some sort of a lesson or a workshop and a meditation on every Thursday from 10 to 12. And we have about 40 people show up for that, which is a real surprise that, on a work day at morning, that there would be that much interest in. These people are really enthusiastic.
Out of that number of people, since I started meeting here, we've had 7 of them join as members of the ARE. So, again, that's it's an introduction. And it's growing.
And on a Wednesday night, they got 65 people to come here to watch a video. And I was impressed with that. I mean, that's networking. We also have Grps here. For a long time, the Grps Foundation of Texas used our facilities to do a monthly meeting here. They decided they wanted to lease a large section of our warehouse and finish it out themselves. So they have 3,350 square feet of space that they paid to have it renovated, which is about $80,000 worth, which now belongs to us, of course. Mm-hmm. But so they've been leasing. They had a 5-year lease, and it's ready to be renewed this summer. And so we're having a National Rosicrucian conference here the end of this month. There is such a phenomena that's called conditioned space, having activities repeated over, especially meditation, in a particular area, that the very molecules in the room take on the energy of that activity. That you can do things in that space that you can't do elsewhere. He says, dowsing is learning to connect with God's energy and using it correctly. And so when he came here, he dowsed our property. Places take on their own tree of life when they're conditioned, when the space is conditioned. This space has become alive. The Spirit has imbued this space with qualities that are supportive of people that come here with compatible principles, and we get feedback on it over and over and over again. People come in and say, "Wow, this feels very special." Mm-hmm.